Welcome everyone to the Spring 2021 Student Leadership Awards ceremony. I am Phương.
I'm James.
And we are representing the student ambassadors from the Office of Student Activities and Leadership. We are excited to have you here today.
I would like to introduce Dr. Leah Shaw, Associate Director of Leadership Programs in the Office of Student Activities and Leadership.
Hello. My name is Dr. Leah Shaw, and I serve as Associate Director for Leadership Programs in the Office of Student Activities and Leadership. We are so pleased that you are watching the 2021 Dr. Dorothy Pijan Student Leadership Awards ceremony. We're virtual again. It has been quite the year. However, you, the student leaders of CWRU, have shown a tremendous amount of resiliency and adaptability in the midst of everything that is going on in the world around you. We received the highest number of nominations we've seen in quite some time, and that is a testament to your hard work, creativity, and dedication. Tonight, we get to recognize and celebrate the impact that all of you have had on our campus this academic year. Thank you again for taking the time to join us tonight. Please enjoy the ceremony.
Now it's time for the presentation of awards. Please welcome Mark Hartman, who will present our first award.
Good evening. My name is Mark Hartman, and I'm the Assistant Director of Programming in the Office of Student Activities and Leadership. Today, I am proud to be representing the Crew Spirit Committee in presenting this year's Spartan Spirit Award. This year's recipient is the very definition of what it truly means to be a Spartan that is dedicated to every aspect of the crew community. If outside of the classroom involvement received a grade, this student would have aced the test every semester. With a diverse portfolio that stretches across groups, clubs, and even departments, this student's impact can be felt across the entire crew campus. The list is quite astounding, but here goes my best attempt to capture it. Through her time at CASE, she has been a visible figure as an orientation leader, resident assistant, vice president of both the Muslim Student Association and the Korean American Student Association, co-chair of the Twin Study Over, also known as TSO, executive member of First Year Experience and Family Programs, member of the Diversity and Inclusion Committee, a part of the Sexual Assault Task Force, and a Collegiate Connections mentor. Whew, and I'm sure I missed a few others. I don't think any words can sum up her impact better than the following statement from one of her advisors. She has been one of my favorite students to work with because of her positive attitude and fun-loving nature. Her involvement in extracurriculars, as well as exemplary academic work, shows her commitment to not only her education, but to the betterment of the crew community for those around her, as well as those coming after her. Especially during a very difficult year to be spirited, she has continued to be nothing but a positive and spirited influence for those around her. She continually tries to find ways to include as many people in the community as she can when hosting events or discussions. Her positive and can-do attitude have helped the organizations she's involved in remain active and create families within the community. She is warm, she is welcoming, and makes it easy to feel comfortable as a Spartan. Having worked with her as an advisor, she uses her Spartan spirit to inspire those around her to be creative and innovative. She is truly a force of nature and Spartan spirit. I am overjoyed to present this year's individual Spartan Spirit Award to Yagin Queen Hassan. Congratulations, Queen. I am proud to be representing the Crew Spirit Committee in presenting this year's Group Spartan Spirit Award. This year's recipient has continually strived to increase crew spirit by bringing the crew community together through this challenging year. In the midst of a pandemic, they found ways to reach a large audience and bring a sense of normalcy to a time where so little seemed normal. While the mission of this organization may have seemed straightforward to many, the impact they had by providing a safe space for students to come together and share in a common experience was and will be something that students will remember and cherish. Working hard with their advisor, administrators, and health experts, they created a plan to safely bring together groups, starting with an outdoor event at orientation. They held weekly events at Strosacker that saw the room on the regular filled to COVID capacity. They worked together and in collaboration with other groups to hold events outdoors that could be attended and enjoyed safely by many. Their advisor may put it best with the following statement. Their dedication to the student community to provide entertainment, despite the challenges, was a true testament to the group thinking beyond the barriers. They demonstrated an incredible enthusiasm for the crew community and made sure that the incoming students would see a campus that could come together and try to have fun, despite the pandemic. I am pleased to present this year's Group Spartan Spirit Award to the Crew Film Society. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Janice Gerda, Associate Vice President for Student Affairs, and I am delighted to present the 2021 Award for Outstanding Club or Organization Officer. This award is bestowed upon an individual who serves in an executive role in a university-recognized student organization, going above and beyond responsibilities to consistently improve the organization, making our campus a better place, encouraging others, and creating partnerships on or off campus. This year's recipient began his term being inaugurated from home, on the front porch by Zoom. He had the daunting challenge of leading a student organization that celebrates living on campus at a time when many students were not living on campus, and those who were having a very atypical residential experience. The recipient's leadership this year has been marked by initiative, flexibility, and a steady commitment to using this time of reduced occupancy to create continuity, improve the residential experience, and strengthen the organization. Hallmarks have been focusing on making the organization more transparent to its constituents and renewing a bedrock focus on advocacy, collecting and amplifying voices of residents as their needs and situations change, and connecting to those who can help make that change happen. There is a long list of activities and accomplishments for him, but in addition to the list of things, there is the support and personal touch that, as a nominator noted, quote, transforms him from a good leader to a great president. His, quote, spirit and genuineness bring a special voice of leadership that can reignite a group's energy and determination. In recognition of outstanding dedication and care for the Residence Hall Association and for residents, and for the CWRU community, the Outstanding Club or Organization Officer Award goes to Cameron Tong. It is my great pleasure to present the 2021 Award for Outstanding Club or Organization Member. This award recognizes an individual who, through a non-elected position, drives the mission of the organization through a positive attitude, motivation, and high-quality completion of tasks and duties. Our recipient this year contributed in 2 appointed roles, one designed to enhance the organization from within, and one to connect the student organization to the regional and national resources of the larger organization. Internally, the recipient designed engaging and creative events to enhance the leadership skills of members. In remote times, this required creativity and a fresh perspective. The recipient also focused outward and was the representative to a regional network of chapters and a voting delegate to the national, logging long hours to make CWRU's chapter an active citizen of a national community. Redesigning programs has made them more nuanced and impactful, and dedicating many hours and going above and beyond has kept the organization and its members strong and connected. A nominator noted that her contributions have made a considerable impact, and that as she graduates, she will be, quote, leaving behind large shoes to fill, and has set an admirable example for other brothers, unquote. The Outstanding Club or Organization Member Award goes to Alpha Phi Omega's Monica Hamill.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Leach of the Student Activities and Leadership Office, and this year's Outstanding New Student Organization has made a huge impact in its relatively short time on campus. Their committed team from unique sectors of campus collaborated to advocate for and implement an idea to improve the well-being of our CWRU community. Their focus is to support basic student needs and reduce waste through their unique free store concept. As part of their carefully designed startup process, they took feedback from many campus departments on how to recruit and train sustained volunteers. With the goal of safety and caring, this group has also been committed to continuous improvement and developing a long-term leadership pipeline. A creative social media presence was developed to get the word out about their mission. They are already operating as a well-established group going above and beyond to meet campus needs. For their creativity and dedication, please join me in congratulating this year's winner, Outstanding New Student Organization, the Physical Resource Center. This has been an incredibly active year for today's honoree for Outstanding Student Organization Award. This organization has worked diligently with multiple initiatives to promote the success of their members. One of their initiatives was a series of events in which major companies were invited to speak with the student members about career opportunities, as well as networking, resume writing, and elevator pitches. Through all of their events, they created a community to help minority and first-generation students succeed in college. They were able to fully sponsor 26 students to a national convention to attend professional workshops and a career fair tailored to students. Also, a mentorship program was developed to pair first and second-year students with upper-class students to help navigate the college adaptation process. They have received several prestigious awards from their national organization, too. I am so honored to announce the Outstanding Student Organization Award to the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers.
I'm James Eller from Student Advancement and Academic Resources in the Division of Student Success. It is an honor and privilege for me to present this year's Student Leadership Award for the Outstanding Supplemental Instruction Leader. Although all of our SI leaders are deserving of our appreciation and recognition for the important work they do, helping students achieve academic success, the Outstanding SI Leader Award is presented to one SI leader who has not only had a significant impact on student academic success, but who has also been recognized by students and faculty as having gone above and beyond in the performance of their SI responsibilities. And this year's award winner has done that, and much more. So I want to congratulate Caitlin Moore on her selection as this year's recipient of the Outstanding SI Leader Award. Well done, Caitlin.
Hello, my name is Jen Brown, and I'm the Director of Graduate Student Life. I have the pleasure of presenting the Outstanding Graduate Student Member, Officer, and Outstanding Graduate Student Organization Awards. All nominated have made an indelible impact on the graduate student community this year, and these recipients have risen to the top. First, the Outstanding Graduate Student Organization Member. This nominee was described as integral in the success of a newer student organization within the School of Engineering. They did a masterful job of working with their peers to offer a multitude of events for the school, such as a photo contest, barbecue picnic, and professional development seminars, just to name a few. These programs have improved peer exchange among graduate students and improved the bonding of graduate students to the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. As a member of the Engineering Graduate Student Association, the 2020-2021 Outstanding Graduate Student Organization member is Hus Dong Fan. Next, I'm so excited to present the Outstanding Graduate Student Organization Officer Award. I believe there is no bigger compliment than a nomination being submitted by a fellow student. This year's recipient was nominated by a member of the organization this officer leads. They were described as someone who encourages the members of the board to be creative and think outside the box for the betterment of the CWRU community. With robust goals established at the beginning of the year, this person made it possible for the group to be successful. They were also described as positive, compassionate, strong, and caring. How he did all of this and continued to write his dissertation is stunning. The 2020-2021 Outstanding Graduate Student Organization Officer is Aaron McPeck, President of the Graduate Student Council. The last award is Outstanding Graduate Student Organization. This year, two rose to the top. The first recipient has worked tirelessly to make sure that its members were cared for and fully supported. From open forums with faculty to virtual volunteering, this group stayed active and excelled. One of the things they were most proud of was the creation of the Race, Law, and Society course, which started in the fall of 2020, where professors agreed to teach and develop curriculums on racism as a legal issue. Race, Law, and Society classes are small seminars capped at around 20 students, and this semester there were about 6 seminars run by various professors in fields such as contracts, IP, criminal law, and more. The first recipient of the 2020-2021 Outstanding Graduate Student Organization is the Black Law Students Association. The second recipient does its best to support students during their doctoral study because it can be very challenging and solitary in nature. The pandemic increased the severity of that exponentially. The women in the sciences and humanities earning doctorates, also known as WISHD, have worked tirelessly to keep meetings organized, well-run, and welcoming. They established their vision and purpose for the year and provided creative events and activities to support one another. The nominator described them as organized, committed to members' needs, and such a great resource for those who are engaged. Congratulations, WISHD, as being the recipient of the 2020-2021 Outstanding Graduate Student Organization.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Pace, Department Coordinator in the Office of Multicultural Affairs. I am honored to announce the Dignity of Difference Organization Award. The 2021 SLAC Award recipient is a student-led and recent alum campaign that strives to create connections between members of the CWRU campus and the local Cleveland and East Cleveland neighborhoods. Their mission is to recognize the effects of past institutional decisions, establish positive relationships between students and residents, and cultivate pride that goes both ways through empowering local residents and educating students on the many assets of the surrounding communities. They have hosted monthly student and local resident discussions to introduce neighbors and students to each other to build relationships, break down stereotypes, and foster understanding. This year's Dignity of Difference Organization Award winner goes to Know Your Neighbor. Congratulations. For the next award, I am proud to announce the Dignity of Difference Program Award this year. We have 2 winners. The first Dignity of Difference Program Award recipient is a collaborative effort between the Korean American Student Association and Black Student Union, in which they discuss virtually the various social issues and problems that exist between the Asian American community and the Black community. By offering a safe space, their goal was to foster discussions to combat the ingrained stereotypes and microaggressions each community has about each other. The first Dignity of Difference Program Award goes to CASA and BSU Interracial Dialogue. Congratulations. For our second Dignity of Difference Program Award recipient is a program created by Amnesty International at CWRU that showcased a live virtual performance, discussion on queer rights advocacy, and a Q&A with Nina West. Nina West is the stage name of Andrew Levitt, an American drag queen, activist, actor, and singer-songwriter based in Columbus, Ohio. She rose to national prominence with her appearance on the 11th season of RuPaul Drag Race, where she placed 6th and won Miss Congeniality. The second Dignity of Difference Program Award goes to Nina West. Well done.
Hello, my name is Betsy Banks, and I'm the director of the Center for Civic Engagement and Learning. Today, I have the honor of presenting the individual and group Outstanding Community Service Awards. But first, I'd like to thank the many students and student organizations involved in making a difference during such a challenging year. This year's winner of the Individual Outstanding Community Service Award is someone who strives to support the Case Western Reserve University community, especially those experiencing financial need. With a clear vision and an amazingly dedicated team of volunteers, this student has led the charge to secure space in University Circle, collect a variety of donated and recycled items that students need, and develop an operational structure to open the Physical Resource Center. This free store was created as a space that is accepting and respectful of all. This student has also been diligent in his planning process, reaching across campus to build a sustainable organization that will continue to effectively respond to the needs of our campus community. For his thorough, thoughtful, and innovative servant leadership, I am so pleased to congratulate Shran Mehta. The recipient of this year's Group Outstanding Community Service Award is an organization that has made a great impact this year due to their dedication, ongoing hard work, and strong ability to collaborate. They implemented an idea to improve the well-being of our community by supporting basic needs while reducing waste at the same time. Through various assessments and communication strategies, they have remained responsive to emerging needs and garnered both physical and financial support to advance their important mission. Through countless hours of work, they have created a valuable resource and a point of spirit and pride that also benefits our community at this very critical time. For their incredible impact, I am proud to present this year's Group Outstanding Community Service Award to the Physical Resource Center.
Hello, everyone. I am so thrilled to announce the Dorothy Pijan Outstanding New and Established Program Awards. Dorothy was the director of Twing Center for many decades, and it was her vision and outstanding creativity that first established this prestigious Leadership Awards ceremony. Dorothy was very important to me, both as a mentor and a friend, so I am always honored to give these particular awards to such worthy students. There are 2 winners for the Outstanding New program this year. Before I announce them, I would like to say a heartfelt thank you to all of the students who rallied during this difficult year to create opportunities for students to engage, either virtually or in person. Your dedication and commitment was simply all outstanding, and we in Student Affairs cannot tell you how much we appreciate your efforts. The first recipient being honored this year met the pandemic challenge with exceptional creativity. During one of the most difficult times for student engagement, this organization created multiple events for students. They shared history and fun facts through trivia contests in their social media accounts. Hundreds of students participated each day, yielding over 10,000 independent submissions and responses. They also sponsored the 2020 is Over party, which included 25 live concurrent games where 600 students participated. Finally, they offered a cooking program where they shipped 120 meal kits to students and engaged virtually with a chef who demonstrated the preparation of a 5-course meal. Please join me in congratulating our first winner of the new program award, 30 Days of UPB. Our second recipient for the Outstanding New Program Award also found wonderful ways to connect students in a virtual world. Once a month, this organization sponsored speakers to discuss their leadership roles in various business organizations. Some of these speakers included Elizabeth Henderson from TCF Bank, Ashley Finley from PNC Bank, Jackie Sanders, CEO of the Purple Carrot, and Heather Day from Progressive. These talented and successful women offered invaluable advice to the graduate students in attendance. The organization behind the speaker series created this program in an attempt to make connections personally and professionally with possible mentors for themselves and their peers. Our second recipient of the new program award is for the speaker series presented by the Graduate Student Women in Business. There are also 2 awards this year for the Outstanding Established Program Award. The first organization we are recognizing put a new twist in their annual event celebrating our first-year student body. Using creativity and a brand new approach, this organization met the incredible challenge of hosting an event during new student orientation. During the event, this organization's website's QR code was scanned by over 1/4 of the freshman class. All in all, they were able to engage a large portion of the incoming first-year students in an event designed to build community during a pandemic that prohibits traditional programming. While the organization's executive board hopes that this annual event is able to return to its true form, there are several things learned from this program that can be applied to later virtual social programs. Congratulations to the first of our winners of the Outstanding Established Program Award, the Resident Hall Association's 2020 Casino Night. Our second recipient, honored for Outstanding Established Program, has in the past done an exceptional job of bringing well over 1,000 students to their traditional event. Celebrating this kind of social gathering was always challenging. However, this year in particular, this organization rose to the challenge with the same level of creativity and enthusiasm. Instead of programming once per semester, they saw the need for students to get out and enjoy some real face time, yet maintaining excellent safety guidelines and practices. They did so by offering several grab-and-go programs for students to pick up swag and snacks. They held painting sessions for students to get outside and relax, and recently came up with the idea for on- and off-campus scavenger hunts. Their dedication to this event has been incredible, and the new format has been surprisingly successful, so much so that they plan on continuing some of the virtual aspects even when we return to campus. Please join me in recognizing our second recipient of the Outstanding Established Program Award, the Twing Center Study Over Committee, for their Tiny TSOs initiative.
Louis Stark, Vice President for Student Affairs, will present the next group of awards.
2020-2021 will be remembered for the COVID-19 pandemic, wearing masks, social distancing, isolation, and a record number of nominations and awards at the 2021 Dorothy Pijan Student Leadership Awards. So many of our students went above and beyond the scope of their roles as students and used their creativity to support and connect with each other that the selection committee had a difficult time narrowing the recipient of some awards to just one. The first award, the Glenn Nichols Award for Ethical Leadership. This award is given to a student who has actively demonstrated strong ethical leadership. They guide others through challenging dilemmas and demonstrate values which are transparent through their. This leader often is able to demonstrate right and wrong concepts with clarity. This year we have two winners who both embody all of those qualities and have proven their ability to lead in a way that makes everyone around them better. Our first winner has actively demonstrated strong ethical leadership by setting a positive example in everything he is involved in, and has set a strong precedent for all students to follow through his leadership on campus. He committed himself to helping create safe spaces on campus last summer through his empathy, advocacy, and initiative, forming an impromptu task force of students to create proposals and work with administrators, and ultimately paving the way for the For a Better CWRU task force to form. As president of Sigma Nu, he has served as both a leader and an advocate, championing a change in culture and leading his fraternity brothers by example. Throughout the last year of virtual learning, he has worked to keep his classmates and community engaged and informed by making Instagram infographics addressing topics such as racial injustice and COVID-19 vaccinations. As his nominator said, he takes every opportunity to interact with the student body and is a grounding force within it. I'm honored to present the Glenn Nichols Award for Ethical Leadership to Daniel Lee. Our next winner has been a role model for the campus community over the last year, serving as a reliable enforcer of campus COVID-19 protocols while forming genuine connections with the students he serves. As a resident assistant during a year that made building community and maintaining positive relationships with residents exceedingly difficult, he has been able to strike a balance that few others can replicate. His nominator explained that his vulnerability and honesty as a leader, his willingness to open up to his residents about his own previous experiences, and his genuine curiosity allow him to maintain trust and positive connections with these residents even during difficult times. His compassionate leadership has even inspired many students to pursue positions as resident assistants. His service to the CWRU community does not stop with his RA position, having contributed to multiple task forces within the For a Better CWRU initiative and helped lead the Spartan Marching Band as the equipment supervisor. He has consistently taken action to improve the health, safety, and comfort of residents and students, and always while balancing his own well-being. I'm proud to present the Glenn Nichols Award for Ethical Leadership to Zachary Zaccardi. The next award is the Outstanding Freshman Award. This year's freshman class entered the university during the pandemic, and many began their career at CWRU as remote students. Unable to be on campus, yet wanting to still be connected to fellow students, this year's winner found a way to help other remote students feel connected and supported in order to succeed. She developed individualized group meet chats for each course offered and reached out to other students to initiate remote study groups. She was elected as the Class of 2024 Vice President, and together with the Class Officer Collective has developed programs to connect remote students to the campus community and to each other. Although she is on campus for the spring 2021, she found the experience of coming to campus mid-year a difficult time to make friends and learn her way around campus. She has worked to develop programs to connect students and help them acclimate on campus as they return. One of her nominators said she was able to learn from her own experience and turn it into something positive that benefited not only herself, but other students. Let's congratulate this year's outstanding freshman, Arshna Reina. The recipient of this year's Outstanding Sophomore Award has a goal to be an agent of change within CWRU and our community. She is compassionate and empathic and gives back to the organizations she is involved with by serving as a mentor to newer members. She has worked hard to keep the organizations and programs she works with active and contributing members of the CWRU community throughout the COVID pandemic. One of her nominators stated that her goals are always changing since she is striving for a pinnacle of success with each of the activities she is involved in. This year's recipient serves in leadership roles for WISER, CWRU for Autism Acceptance, and the Spartan's running program. She is a member of the Disabilities Task Force, and as a member of the CWRU track and field team, she continued to remain dedicated to training, even though she did not know if they would be able to compete with the pandemic. Congratulations to this year's outstanding sophomore, Kemi Ugondiran. The committee chose to award 3 outstanding juniors for exceeding expectations as they assisted their peers and their community over the past year. The first award for Outstanding Junior goes to a student whose level of involvement is beyond the average student. Although she is extremely involved, she still has time to make sure the students and peers that she works with are able to succeed and thrive in their own leadership roles. This student holds leadership positions in RHA, Sigma Psi Sorority, ABC Book Club, Camp Kesem, Undergraduate Psychology Student Organization, and UPB. She also serves as a tour guide for prospective students. For the RHA Winter Recognition event, she successfully moved the event to completely virtual. Using her various connections and networks, she helped move forward each of the organizations in which she is involved. Especially during the challenges of the pandemic, she was able to share knowledge as to what was successful in one organization to assist another achieve success. She is a well-rounded student with a passion to help individuals and improve the campus environment using a community-centered approach. Her nominator stated, "Her spirit and genuineness brings a special voice of reason that can reignite a team's energy and determination to guide them through difficult situations." Congratulations to the first Outstanding Junior Award recipient, Anna Jubileo. The second Outstanding Junior Award goes to a student who has a passion for advancing a diverse and inclusive university environment. She has devoted a significant amount of time and energy to enhancing the student experience at CWRU. She has a gift for compassionate leadership and is highly empathic towards her committees and the students in which she engages. She led the development of the Standing in Solidarity proposal and worked with the Dean of Students and the Office of Multicultural Affairs to revamp the confidential community concerns reporting system. She creatively developed the name for a better CWRU task force and has worked tirelessly with administrators, graduate, and undergraduate students to develop proposals to address the issues that will have an impact on our community for years to come. She currently serves as the VP of Diversity and Inclusion for USG and has developed strong partnerships with OMA, OIDIO, the LGBTQ Center, the Floristone Center for Women, and the Undergraduate Diversity Collaborative. One of her nominators stated, "She is a genuine treasure. She is gifted as both a student leader and as an individual person." Congratulations to our second outstanding junior, Wintana Io. The third award for Outstanding Junior goes to a student who is passionate about building a more diverse, empathic, and compassionate community. He is an officer within USG, the Academic Integrity Board, an RA for second-year students, and a peer advisor for engineering students. He has worked with Bon Appetit to improve the student meal plans and is an advocate for international students. He was instrumental in being sure there was no charge to students for housing between fall and spring semesters and is the driving force behind the Physical Resource Center. Collaborating with USG, UDC, GSC, the Office for Energy and Sustainability, the Office of Real Estate, and the Mandel Student Council and the Center for Civic Engagement and Learning, he was able to turn that vision into a reality. Over 250 students have been served by the Physical Resource Center, with over 14 tons of goods donated and kept out of landfills. The recipient of the third Outstanding Junior Award is Sharon Mehta. The Outstanding Senior Award will be presented to 4 individuals who all exceeded the expectations of their peers and advisors. The first Outstanding Senior Award is presented to a student who invests her time by supporting her peers and student organizations to assist them in being successful. As a leader in USG, she was committed to supporting students, especially during the transition to online learning, and has helped to ensure that undergraduates have a voice. Her initiatives have included working with administrators to extend the pass, no pass deadline, and addressing the issue of additional course fees. Outside of USG, she worked with GSC, University Health and Counseling Services, and the Office of Resiliency to advocate for the availability of EpiPens on campus. One of her nominators said she cares about her team, her peers, and her university. As the VP of Academic Affairs for USG, she has increased the membership of her committee, but also interest in USG issues as a whole. She has been a great mentor to her committee members, which has helped to teach, train, and inspire the next generation of student leaders at CWRU. Congratulations, Badisha Raychowdhury. Our second Outstanding Senior Award goes to a student who values the ability to mentor and support other students throughout their journey and shares whatever wisdom and advice he can. He is often sought out by students for advice. He works directly with students to help them persevere during the rough times of their college career and reach the goal of graduation. He has served as a mentor to new students, helping to build their leadership skills and transition into active roles that can continue to impact and enhance our campus community. He has been an active member and has provided leadership in his fraternity. He has assisted in the revision of the Title IX policy and coordinated meetings with student groups to formulate a policy that put the needs of students first. He has been a strong supporter of eliminating discrimination based on gender, sexual orientation, and racial identity. As both an SI and a student supervisor in the Office of Student Success, he relishes his connection to students and ability to share his own experiences. The second Outstanding Senior Award goes to Muayyed Shaheen. The third Outstanding Senior Award goes to a student who has worked continually to improve our campus community. She has an enthusiasm for and success in ensuring that all students feel welcome at CWRU. This recipient is a strong leader who lends her voice to issues of diversity, inclusion, and social justice. She is very comfortable in educating others on various issues that are important to students, including administrators. As one nominee stated, she doesn't just do the work. She brings others along and makes sure there is someone to take over in the future. She is an advocate in support of DACA students and the founder of First CWRU, a student organization for first-generation students. She has been a strong leader and one of the members of the executive committee of the For a Better CWRU task force, whose aim is to improve the culture of our CWRU community. After serving in various positions, she is now serving as executive president of the Undergraduate Diversity Collaborative. Please join me in congratulating Fatima Rahman. Our fourth outstanding senior is respected by his peers, faculty, and administrators alike. His nominations reflect the trust people place in him. He brings an upbeat attitude to all situations and makes all students feel welcome and respected. He is the person students look to for assistance in navigating the university, finding opportunities that are meaningful to themselves, or for encouragement as they struggle. He encourages all members to fully engage in team-building activities while using humor. One nominator stated that he exemplifies the mentor spirit and is truly a force in advocating to professors for his peers. He is a TA and as such is willing to help students in other classes as well as those he teaches. During this past year, he helped numerous students who were struggling reach their potential while learning remotely. Some of the organizations that benefited from this student are the Global Health Design Collaborative, the Minority Association of Pre-Medical Students, Student Activities and Leadership Ambassador, Cecil Executive Council, the Vaccine Project Carrier Team, which won first place at the One Page for One World competition, Saturday Tutoring Program, an Orientation Leader, Collegiate College Mentoring Program, and a TA for Physiology Biophysics. As another nominator stated, he has invested himself into fully immersing in really all CWRU has to offer. Our campus is all the better for having him here as a Spartan. Congratulations to Bill Ding. The Patricia B. Kilpatrick Award is presented to an undergraduate student who has made a great impact on campus through their personal character. This can be done through building bridges, breaking down barriers, demonstrating Spartan spirit, and having genuine pride for attending CWRU. This year we have 2 winners to present. Our first winner has made an incredible impact both on and off campus over his 4 years at CWRU and has been described by his nominator as giving 110% to everything he does with enthusiasm, camaraderie, and pride. He has been a multi-year orientation leader whose upbeat and outgoing attitude always makes new students feel welcome on our campus. As an active and distinguished student leader, he has served as a Student Activities and Leadership Ambassador and held leadership roles in the Global Health Design Collaborative and the Minority Association of Pre-Medical Students, among several other clubs and activities. He has been a dedicated volunteer and participant with the Center for Civic Engagement Learning, serving as a Cecil Scholar for 4 years, Saturday Tutor, and 2-year member of the Cecil Executive Council. He is always seeking opportunities to collaborate and involve other groups on campus, to genuinely get to know his campus community, and to immerse himself in everything CWRU has to offer. It is my pleasure to present the Patricia B. Kilpatrick Award to Bill Ding. Our next winner has shown tremendous pride in CWRU over the last 4 years and proven himself to be a thoughtful, creative, and capable leader. From athletics to theater to student involvement to study abroad, he has experienced a little of everything CWRU has to offer, all while working to facilitate class-specific programming, support campus traditions, enhance school spirit and pride, and celebrate his classmates through his role as executive president of the Class Officer Collective. While serving as the junior class president during the 2019-2020 academic year, he showed tremendous leadership, creativity, and resiliency, helping lead the first Hudson Relays at Home, in which students, faculty, and staff were able to participate virtually. This was one of the first major campus events to transition to an all-virtual setting and is credited with helping create a sense of normalcy for the campus community in the midst of so much uncertainty. I'm proud to present the Patricia B. Kilpatrick Award to David Delansky. Nominated by students, the G. Dean Patterson Jr. People Are Most Important Award is given to a staff, faculty, or alumnus of CWRU who has consistently made others feel that they are important. They make students feel valued, affirm students' sense of belonging, and treat students with respect. I'm thrilled to be able to present it to one of our dedicated staff. Described by her nominator as one of the most supportive and caring members of the CWRU community, today's winner continuously displays a deep commitment to the success of students, academically, professionally, and personally, and goes above and beyond to make sure every student knows how important and appreciated they are. As a club advisor, instructor, and assistant program director for the Center for Engineering Action, she is dedicated to helping students reach their goals, responsive to students' interests, and a steadfast advocate for the development of emotional intelligence and relationship-building skills. Whether she's delivering care packages of Thanksgiving meals to students who were unable to return home, personally checking in on the well-being of students, or shipping supplies to students dealing with unexpected expenses, she has continuously prioritized others and their well-being first, shining especially bright during the harsh conditions of the last year. I'm honored to present the G. Dean Patterson Jr. People Are Most Important Award to Lynn Rollins.
The next award, the Outstanding Faculty Award for Student Development, will be presented by Provost Ben Vinson.
Hello, I am Provost and Executive Vice President Ben Vinson. It gives me tremendous pleasure to present this year's Outstanding Faculty Award for Student Development. This honor is bestowed upon a faculty member who works with students or student groups outside of the classroom to support the Division of Student Affairs' mission and enhance the student development experience at Case Western Reserve University. This year, I am pleased to announce that we have 2 recipients of this prestigious award. It is with great pleasure that I announce that this year's winners of the Outstanding Faculty Award for Student Development are Aisha Bell Hardaway and Kurt Rhodes. Aisha joined the School of Law at Case Western Reserve in 2012, and she has made an impression ever since. As a member of the faculty, Aisha has taught as a clinician in the areas of health law, civil litigation, and criminal justice, and her research and scholarship interests include the intersection of race and the law, constitutional law, criminal law, policing, and civil litigation. She currently serves as co-director of the Social Justice Institute, assistant professor of law, and director of the Criminal Clinic in the Milton A. Kramer Law Clinic. Aisha has been described by her nominators as being, quote, at the forefront as a faculty support system, quote, and as a creative connector and community builder who works tirelessly to initiate important conversations and heighten collaboration. She has earned the respect and admiration of her students and groups, as well as the Black Law Students Association, who have praised her for helping build a community of Black law students at Case Western Reserve University. During an especially difficult and transformative year for our students, particularly students of color, Aisha has been applauded for her compassion and student-first mentality, even raising students' concerns to the rest of the faculty and administration. Now, joining Aisha this year is Professor Kurt Rhodes. Like Aisha, Kurt joined our prestigious faculty in 2012. He has since earned the admiration and respect of faculty and students alike. Kurt currently serves as faculty director for the Roger E. Soucy first year program, a role in which he is developing and overseeing a new curriculum for undergraduate engineering students. He also serves as co-director for the Center for Engineering Action, where he works with student teams and partners around the world to build solutions and learn design. And as an associate professor, he teaches courses and conducts research in environmental engineering. As a man who does it all, Kurt also serves as faculty advisor for the Engineers Without Borders Humanitarian Design Corps program, a role in which he has been described as, quote, going above and beyond for his students. In addition to his advisory contributions, his nominators say his most notable characteristics are the respect he displays for his students and the confidence he instills in them. During the pandemic, Kurt utilized his rapport with students to gain valuable feedback on their learning experiences. Kurt's invaluable efforts to bring everyone together and to truly listen ensure that all students' concerns were taken into account. Aisha and Kurt, we are forever grateful for your contributions to our campus community. Congratulations on being recognized with the Outstanding Faculty Award for Student Development. You are what Case Western Reserve is all about.
Please join me in welcoming President Scott Cowan, who will present the final and highest award of the evening, the President's Award.
Thank you, James. I'm pleased to have this opportunity to congratulate all of our undergraduate and graduate students who are nominated for a Student Leadership Award. You have made tremendous contributions to Case Western Reserve University and have demonstrated a positive attitude, resilience, and creativity as we have made so many adjustments to our daily lives in response to the pandemic. You, our students, give me great hope that we will emerge stronger and better as a university, and I want to thank each of you for your remarkable leadership. We are proud of you and look forward to learning what opportunities you embrace when you graduate. I am now pleased to present the President's Award to someone who has made a tremendous difference in our campus community. This award recognizes a graduating 2020-2021 academic year senior who demonstrated the following: a commitment to bettering our campus community throughout their entire undergraduate experience, has made sacrifices for the sake of benefiting an organization, the growth of others, and the university, has built strong partnerships and has made meaningful connections within the university or Cleveland community, and it's demonstrated personal growth and leadership development throughout their entire undergraduate experience. This year's recipient, Hunter Stecco, has embodied all of these characteristics. Hunter is double majoring in electrical and computer engineering and computer science with minors in chemistry and political science, and he plans to go to medical school. That alone would have kept most of us busy, but Hunter embraced many opportunities as a student at Case Western Reserve. In addition to being part of USG all 4 years, including president this year, and vice president for finance last year, Hunter serves as the head TA for Engineering 210 and is a research assistant in the Department of Biomedical Engineering. Serving the community is very important to Hunter, and he has shared his talents at St. Vincent de Paul of East Cleveland, a volunteer at the CWRU Vaccine Administration Center and at Cleveland Clinic Surgery Center. He also is assistant organist and musician at Our Lady of the Holy Rosary Parish in Little Italy and is director of music for the Newman Catholic Campus Ministry. Hunter has interned at Procter & Gamble for the last 3 summers and since 2018 has served as an undergraduate researcher and engineer at a biomedical research lab at the VA. I want to share with you some of the things said about Hunter. Hunter has been a significant student leader throughout his 4 years at Case Western Reserve University, with his most significant contributions through USG, leadership positions. For example, he and another student developed and managed an emergency fund to assist students with financial difficulties due to the pandemic. He has truly gone above and beyond over the last 12 months. Not only has he created the best morale this year, but he also works diligently to give back to students, particularly as the key architect for the COVID Emergency Fund. Hunter will always take the time to check in with his peers to see how they are doing. He pushes all of us to care about others and exercise empathy and humility. He has been steadfast and present, even when things were overwhelming. He uses logic and fairness as a bedrock, and his heart and faith come through in his words and his decisions. Hunter has been one of the most outstanding student leaders I have had the pleasure of working with during my 40 years in higher education. He is a thoughtful voice of the students and has been a steady and open representative to the administration. I could not agree more with all of these sentiments. Hunter, I too have enjoyed working with you. You have provided the administration with critical input as we made decision after decision in response to the pandemic. As I have said before, I would not be surprised if we see Hunter leading Case Western Reserve one day. Hunter, thank you for all that you have contributed to the university. I'm pleased to name you the recipient of this year's President's Award.
Please welcome back Dr. Leah Shaw.
Congratulations to all of our winners, as you are most deserving of this recognition. Look for a complete listing of all the winners in an upcoming edition of the Daily. We also encourage you to check us out on Instagram at @sal_crew for pictures of all the winners. To the winners, please make sure you check your email tomorrow for a special invite from our Student Activities and Leadership Ambassadors. Thank you to the Office of Student Affairs, the Office of the Provost, and the Office of the President for your support in making this happen. Thank you to the Media Vision team for once again turning a vision into a video. Thank you to our presenters and to those of you who took the time to submit a nomination. I appreciate your commitment to help us recognize deserving student leaders. I really want everyone to give a virtual round of applause to the 2021 Student Leadership Award Selection Committee for reading through hundreds of nominations and taking on the always challenging task of thoughtfully selecting the winners. Finally, thank you to our Student Activities and Leadership Ambassadors for their efforts in helping us honor this year's winners. Now, I'll turn it back over to our fantastic student NCs, Fwang and James, who will officially close out tonight's event.
With the ceremony coming to an end, we would like to thank all our award presenters for their help and enthusiasm for the Student Leadership Awards. We're looking forward to seeing all of you next year in person at the future Student Leadership Award ceremony.
On behalf of the student ambassadors of the Office of Student Activities and Leadership, I would like to offer my sincerest thanks to everybody for attending the ceremony, and the greatest congratulations to the winners of today. The SLAC Awards ceremony this year was a great success, delivering the mission of recognizing outstanding student leaders in our community. Approaching the end of our ceremony, I am looking forward to a successful rest of our spring 2021 semester.